Hello friends, welcome to JavaScript video tutorial series. From the past few video tutorials, we are trying to understand JavaScript looping or iterative statements. We understood that to execute a single statement or set of statements repeatedly, we use looping or iterative statements. For, while, do while and foreign are JavaScript looping or iterative statements. In the previous video tutorials, we understood the for loop. In this video tutorial, I would like to discuss the while loop. Both for loop and while loop are quite similar. The only difference you find is in the syntax as well as the place where we use them. We discuss the similarities and differences in this video tutorial. Let's proceed and see the similarities. For loop is an entry control loop. What is the meaning of entry control loop? Whether the browser or the control can enter in the body of the loop and execute the statements inside is decided in the beginning by the conditional expression. If the conditional expression evaluates to true, then only the control can enter in the body of the loop and execute the statements inside. Otherwise, the control cannot enter in the body of the loop. It just goes outside the body of the loop and executes the statements below. That is the reason the for loop is called as entry control loop. While loop is also an entry control loop. What is the meaning of that? As I told, whether the control can enter in the body of the loop is decided at the entrance in the beginning. If the conditional expression evaluates to true, then only the control can enter in the body of the loop and execute the statements inside. Otherwise, it cannot enter in the body of the loop. It just goes outside and executes any statements available below the body of the loop. So both are entry control loops, right? Another similarity is browser executes the statement or set of statements inside the for loop until the given conditional expression evaluates to false. If you see, the while loop is also same. Browser executes the statement or set of statements inside the while loop until the given conditional expression evaluates to false. Both are same. What is the difference? The difference is the syntax. This is a for loop syntax where we write a for keyword, and in pair of parentheses we write initialization statement, conditional expression, increment or decrement, and in the body of the loop we write set of statements for executing repeatedly. If you observe the syntax of the while loop, we write the initialization before the while. While keyword, in pair of parentheses we write only the conditional expression which evaluates to true or false. Within the body of the loop we write set of statements for execution, and at the end we write increment or decrement. Both are same. The syntax is different. We can convert a for loop to a while loop easily. We can convert a while loop to a for loop easily. Let's see that and understand clearly. I'm going to copy this syntax of the for loop. I go to MS Paint. I'm going to paste that syntax over here, and let me increase the size to 22 so that you can see the content properly. Okay, so this is the for loop. We know that the for loop has four parts. This one is the first part, initialization, and the second part is the conditional expression, and third part is the body of the loop, and the fourth part is the increment or decrement, right? Now what I do, I go to another MS Paint file. I paste again the same for loop. I'm going to select this content and increase the size to 22. And how do you convert a for loop to a while loop? It's quite simple. See this. I'm going to select this initialization statement, Control X, put it before the loop, Control V, and I change the for to while, and I just cut this increment statement from here. In pair of parentheses we write conditional expression, and in the body we have set of statements for executing repeatedly, and here we are going to write the increment or decrement statement at the end of the loop body. So you can see that I just converted the for loop to a while loop. You can convert a while loop to a for loop, right? It's quite simple. This is the syntax of the while loop, friends. This is the syntax of the while loop. You can consider here also we have 4 parts, right? The initialization is the first part, and the conditional expression is the second part, and the body of the loop is the third part, and of course the increment and decrement you can consider as the fourth part. But we need not to consider this increment or decrement statement as the fourth part, because we are writing that within the body of the loop. So this is the syntax of the while loop. You can see here I have the syntax of the while loop. Initialization statement, while keyword, in pair of parentheses we have conditional expression, in the body of the loop we have set up statements for execution, and at the end we have increment or decrement statement. We also understood the way how the for loop gets executed, right? How the for loop gets executed? First, the initialization statement will get executed, right? The first part. After executing the first part, the control moves to the second part and checks the conditional expression. If it evaluates to true, then the control moves to the third part, executes the body of the loop or the third part. After executing the third part, the control moves to the fourth part. After executing the fourth part, the control moves to the second part. Again, the conditional expression will be evaluated. If it is true, then the control moves to the third part, executes the third part, and then it goes to the fourth part, executes the fourth part. After executing the fourth part, the control moves to the second part. Again, the conditional expression will be evaluated. If it evaluates to false, then the control moves outside the for loop and executes any statements below it. That is how the for loop works. How the while loop works? Quite same. First, the initialization statement will get executed. After executing the initialization statement, the control moves to the while, right? While statement. Here the conditional expression will be evaluated, and if it is true, then the body of the while loop will be executed. After executing all the statements in the body, the control moves to the second part. Anyhow, the fourth part will be executed because it is inside the body itself. After executing the third part, the control moves to the second part. Again, the conditional expression will be evaluated. If it is true, then the control moves to the third part, enters into the body, executes the statements inside the body. After executing the body, the control moves to the conditional expression. Again, the condition will be checked whether it is true or false. If it is true, the body will be executed. If it is false, then the control moves outside the while loop and executes any statements available below. So that is how the while loop gets executed, friend. That is the flow of execution of the while loop. I hope you guys have clearly understood. Also, we have took an example to understand the for loop. With the help of this for loop, we have displayed the hello world 5 times, right? I'm going to write this code in the notepad file and execute and show you the output, and then we understand how the while loop works, how we can use the while loop to display the hello world 5 times. I minimize the word paint. I right click on default.html, open with the notepad. You can see that default.html is open in the notepad. It has the basic HTML document structure code written. Title is set to JavaScript loops demo. Within the body section, I have opening script tag and closing script tag. I minimize it. I right click on default.html, open with the Google Chrome. You can see that default.html is open in the Chrome and title is set to JavaScript loops demo. Okay, now within this script tag, I say for verb I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. In pair of flower brackets, I say document dot write. In double quotations, I say hello world, and then I use the break tag so that the browser should move the cursor to the next line. We have understood already how this for loop gets executed, right? File, save, go to browser and refresh. You can see that hello world is displayed 5 times. So this for loop executes this block of code 5 times. Now I'm going to convert this for loop to the while loop and show you how we can display the hello world 5 times. I'm going to select this, Ctrl X, file, save. There is no code. Go back and refresh. There is no output. Now I'm going to paste it back. As I told, I'm going to cut this initialization statement, put it before the loop where I is equal to 1. We are creating a variable and initializing it to 1. And then I just change this for to while, and in pair of parentheses we just put the conditional expression, and then in pair of flower brackets we have the statement for execution, and at the end we write increment or decrement, that is I plus plus semicolon. You can see that I just converted the for loop to a while loop. File, save, go to browser and refresh. You can see that it is also displaying the hello world 5 times. So whatever you can do with the for loop, you can do with the while loop. Whatever you can do with the while loop, you can do with the for loop. Let me explain how this code is getting executed, and then we proceed further and understand the difference between the for loop and while loop. I go to again MS Paint and paste the content here. I'm going to select this content and increase the size to 22. Let's understand how this code is getting executed. First, the control comes to the first part. Of course, this is the first part, and the condition is the second part, and this is the third part, right? Now what happens here when the control comes to this statement? We are telling here to create a variable called as I. So the browser creates one memory location for I and initializes it with the value 1. That's what we are telling there. After executing that statement, the control moves to the next statement, that is our while. There, first it checks the condition whether I is less than or equal to 5. I is 1. Whether 1 is less than or equal to 5? Yes, 1 is less than 5. So one condition is true, that means this is true. As the condition is evaluating the true, the control moves to the body, enters into the body and executes the body. Document.write displays the hello world. It displays the hello world once, and as there is a break tag, it moves the cursor to the next line. After executing this statement, the control executes this statement, I plus plus. I plus plus means what? Increment the I value by 1. So what happens here? The I value changes to 2. After executing all the statements in the body, the control moves to the second part. Again, the conditional expression will be evaluated whether I is less than or equal to 5, whether 2 is less than or equal to 5. 2 is less than 5. Again, the condition is true. As the condition is true, the body will be executed. First, document.write displays the hello world. Displays the hello world. As there is a break tag, it moves the cursor to the next line. Then this statement will get executed, I plus plus. What's the meaning of I plus plus? Increment the I value by 1. Now the I value becomes 3. After executing all the statements in the body, the control moves to the second part. The conditional expression will be evaluated again, whether I is less than or equal to 5. What is I? I is 3. 3 is less than 5. So the condition is true. As the condition is true, the body will be executed. First, the document.write statement will get executed. It displays hello world and moves the cursor to the next line. After that, I plus plus statement will get executed. I plus plus means increment the value of I by 1. It is going to become now 4. After that, all the statement got executed. The control moves to the second part, conditional expression, whether I is less than or equal to 5. Whether 4 is less than or equal to 5. 4 is less than 5. So condition is true. As the condition is true, the body will be executed. The document.write displays the hello world and moves the cursor to the next line. After executing that, the control executes I plus plus. So the I value will be incremented by 1. I is going to become now 5. After executing all the statements in the body, the control moves to the second part, conditional expression, whether I is less than or equal to 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5. 5 is not less than 5, but 5 is equal to 5. So one condition is true, that means the result is true. So this is going to evaluate to true. As the conditional expression is evaluating to true, the body will be executed again. The document.write displays the hello world one more time, hello world, and moves the cursor to the next line. and then I++ will get executed. What happens here? The I value will be incremented by 1. It is going to become 6. After executing all the statements in the body, the control moves to the conditional expression. Whether I is less than or equal to 5. Whether 6 is less than or equal to 5. 6 is neither less than 5. 6 is nor equal to 5, right? So this condition evaluates to false. Now the conditional expression is evaluating to the false. As it is evaluating to the false, the control will not enter into the body. It just goes outside the body and executes if any statements are available. So that is how the while loop gets executed, friend, and we see the hello world displayed 5 times, right? We can trace and see if we want. Let me go to the browser and options, go to more tools, select developer tools, and you can see that the sources is open. I put the breakpoint here, okay, and now I say refresh to pause the execution on line number 9. You can see that the execution is paused on line number 9. I is yet present undefined. Now I say step over. You should see the I value set to 1. Now the conditional expression will be evaluated whether I is less than or equal to 5. I is 1, 1 is less than 5. So it is true, the control moves inside the body. You can see that. And document.write statement will get executed. It displays the hello world. Next I++. At present I is 1. If I say step over, you can see that I value is incremented to 2 and the control moved to the second part, that is the conditional expression. Again, the conditional expression will be evaluated whether I is less than or equal to 5. 2 is less than 5, the condition is true, the control moves inside. Document.write I++. Now I value has become 3. 3 is less than 5 is true, the control moves inside. Hello world will be displayed. I++, now I becomes 4. 4 is less than 5 is true, the control moves inside. Hello world will be displayed. I++, now the I value has become 5. 5 is equal to 5, the condition is true, control moves inside. Hello world will be displayed. I++, now the I value has become 6. 6 is not less than 5, 6 is not equal to 5, the condition evaluates to false, the control moves outside the while loop. See that? That is how the while loop will be executed. I hope you guys have clearly understood how the for loop executes, how the while loop executes. Both are same, quite similar, right? The syntax is different, the way of execution is different. And one more difference is when we should use the for loop and when we should use the while loop. We use for loop when you know exactly how many number of times the loop is going to get executed. We use for loop when we know exactly how many number of times the loop should get executed. Whereas we use while loop when we don't know exactly how many number of times the loop is going to get executed. When we don't know exactly how many number of times the loop should get executed, we use while loop. We see that in the next video tutorial. We take an example and decide whether we have to use a for loop or we have to use a while loop to solve that problem. Here I have the example code which displays the hello world for 5 times. I suggest you people to watch this video again and again, understand everything clearly. I think for this video tutorial this much is enough, friends. In the next video tutorial we get more information on JavaScript. For more benefits and be up to date, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like, comment and share these videos with others so that everyone will get benefited. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.